But no, I think he's just such like an insecure man that like, maybe he's stupid. I don't know. But yeah, no. I mean, he's just another phony Muslim. But I mean, like, again, dude, I can't even stand Chimaev, bro. Like, Chimaev is like the definition of a weak man. Like, such a Chechen.
The scariest guy in the UFC is from Chechnya, Khamzat Chimaev. Have you ever seen that guy? He's a monster. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder. It appears that in terms of like the grappling that he possesses seems magnitudes greater than anybody else in his division.
Khamzat Chimaev is gearing up to take on Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight championship at UFC 319. However, Sean Strickland hasn't held back, openly criticizing Chimaev by calling him fake and doubting his overall toughness. And meanwhile, Joe Rogan shared his analysis of this upcoming matchup, expressing high praise for Chimaev. Rogan is thrilled to watch Khamzat face off against du Plessis, highlighting Chimaev's exceptional grappling abilities and saying that he will be even more dangerous competing at middleweight compared to his previous performances at welterweight.
Dana White confirms Khamzat Chimaev is next.
Dricus Khamzat is a pretty big fight that you guys can put on right now.
Yeah, I would give DDP the advantage over Khamzat right now.
Styles make fights, and you never seen Dricus fight. Good wrestler, and Khamzat's one of the best.
Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your legs. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut. Yeah. For Khamzat, it's like 85 is really where he should have been all along.
But again, he gassed out against Usman. Usman went up to 85.
Usman's a world champion. You know, in the third round, Usman did what a world champion does. He rallied.
Joe Rogan discussed how Khamzat Chimaev usually overwhelms his opponents so quickly that they don't even have time to respond. However, when it comes to a potential fight with Dricus du Plessis, Rogan believes things might play out differently. He pointed out that du Plessis is a powerful and well-rounded fighter, making this matchup unique and tough to predict.
Like, this was just a overwhelming victory. Khamzat just charged in, dove in, got him down, and mauled him until he broke his face.
Do you think it's different with du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Joe Rogan is truly impressed by Dricus du Plessis, describing him as a serious threat to anyone he faces in the octagon. He highlighted how du Plessis' unorthodox movement combined with his large frame makes him a difficult opponent to figure out. According to Rogan, his fighting style is so unique that no one can really mimic it, which is exactly what makes du Plessis both thrilling and intimidating to watch.
Dricus is scary. That's a guy who's so big, grade 5.
The way he looked against, I counted. I didn't give him a chance against Robert Whitaker, and boy was I wrong.
After he got a DD,
he got his nose done.
Which I think, it's a big factor.
Yeah,
being able to breathe on your nose.
If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
Yeah. Like, but it's Dricus looks awkward when he fight. He moves different, but that movement and that awkwardness makes him difficult to time. It's like his timing is off.
Yeah,
and if you don't have anybody that can imitate that kind of stutter step motion that he does, it's deceptively technical. Deceptively.
It's his style.
Very good.
Joe Rogan recognizes that Dricus du Plessis is a tough and versatile fighter, but he still questions whether anyone can handle Khamzat Chimaev's incredible wrestling. Rogan believes Khamzat's grappling is on such a high level that even the strongest and most skilled opponents might struggle to defend against him.
Do you think it's different with du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
At the same time, Sean Strickland has been harshly criticizing Khamzat, calling him weak and claiming that he only appears strong for a single round before falling apart. Strickland also attacked Chimaev personally, accusing him of being a fake Muslim who doesn't practice what he preaches. According to Strickland, Khamzat is insecure, puts on an act for the cameras, and lacks real courage when faced with adversity. He made it clear that, in his eyes, Khamzat is all talk without genuine fighting spirit.
So, Chimaev can grapple, but he's kind of like a weak man from somebody who's trained with him. Like, he's usually tough for like one round. And then the moment like you shut him down, the little Chechen whore comes out in him. He starts like, "Where's my dictator daddy at? I gotta save him."
Did you say that to him?
Oh yeah, no, he's a dude. Like, no, like, dude, Chimaev's, it's like you're talking to like just a retard, you know? It's like he doesn't speak like human. I think he's just such an
English is his second.
But no, I think he's just such like an insecure man that like, maybe he's stupid. I don't know. But yeah, no, I mean, he's just another phony Muslim. But I mean, like, again, dude, I can't even stand Chimaev, bro. Like, Chimaev is like the definition of a weak man. Like, such a Chechen.
In a separate video, Sean Strickland acknowledged that Khamzat Chimaev's wrestling is rooted in the tough Chechen grappling style, and he understands just how challenging that can be to deal with. However, Strickland believes that if Dricus du Plessis can defend the takedowns and control the tempo of the fight, he has a strong chance to dominate and secure a clear victory.
So those little Chechen, I don't want to say Chechen, he's not Chechen, he's Swedish, but those little Chechen, like, dude, they can grapple. And like someone like me, who I've been training with for years, I usually could counter wrestle and grapple him. So I just don't know if Dricus can be able to counter wrestle him.
Yeah.
But if he can, I think he wins all hands down, you know. I sparred the Chechen whore, like, hands down, I think Dricus wins.
Then UFC legend Daniel Cormier described this matchup as massive, noting that Khamzat Chimaev really dislikes being labeled as scared, which could motivate him to perform even more aggressively. Cormier also mentioned that Dricus du Plessis' awkward fighting style adds an extra layer of challenge to the bout. He believes this clash will be close, intense, and something fans are going to thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight, and you're right. You want to Khamzat, call him scared. You want to make Chimaev mad, call him afraid of anything, and he'll come at you like a bat out of hell. I think it's a great fight. I think Dricus's awkward ability and his ability to create different angles to make you not recognize what you're seeing makes it a much tougher fight than most people may anticipate. A couple fights ago, everybody would have thought Khamzat would just run through Dricus du Plessis. But if you today feel that way, you're out of your mind. If you today can openly say Khamzat Chimaev is just going to run through Dricus du Plessis and is not going to be competitive, you have no idea what mixed martial arts is. This is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a good fight.
Daniel Cormier noted that Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev have never trained together, so there isn't any old gym history between them, just genuine tension. He believes their contrasting fighting styles combined with their strong personalities will make this matchup even more intense, adding plenty of drama leading up to and during the fight itself.
And I can't wait to watch it. I think that these two guys, we know that these two guys don't like each other. We don't have the backdrop of them training prior like Strickland and Khamzat had, but you can tell they don't like each other. They are so completely different. And I think in that different is going to make for not only a good fight, but also a very fun build-up to the fight.
Truce Johnson discussed how crucial it will be for Dricus du Plessis to set the pace when facing Khamzat Chimaev. He believes du Plessis will have a better chance if he keeps the fight standing and steers clear of Chimaev's wrestling game. Johnson also mentioned that Chimaev tends to tire as the fight goes on, and du Plessis' unorthodox striking could allow him to land significant shots. However, he cautioned that Chimaev's wrestling remains a constant threat, so du Plessis will need to stay sharp and focused for the entire fight.
If Chimaev cannot get him down,
he will. But yeah.
But let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he's spent. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him,
Couldn't get him.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is gonna do what he does best.
Yep.
He's gonna be awkward. He's gonna be do the kicks, and I think DDP is gonna beat him.
Yeah,
like I
could
think
see it.
I think Khamzat Chimaev is more athletic, more traditional, but I think that awkwardness of the old what did he say? The lanky man style.
Yep.
I think DDP is gonna put it in the back.
On the other hand, Din Thomas believes that Dricus du Plessis has a genuine chance to defeat Khamzat Chimaev. He explained that while Chimaev is extremely dangerous in the early stages, if the fight goes longer, du Plessis could weather the storm and shift the momentum in his favor. Thomas envisions du Plessis using his durability and strategic approach to wear Chimaev down as the fight progresses, potentially pulling off a surprising victory.
You think Dricus beats Khamzat?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I do. I really do. I think Khamzat is a sprinter. I think if you were to make fights 1 5-minute round, Khamzat beats anybody in the world, any weight class. But you can't fight championship level fights for 5 rounds at the pace where he's at his best. If he fights like that at his best, I think Dricus is so durable and he's so smart that he'll be able to withstand that. Now they're swimming in deep water, and Khamzat can't swim that deep.
Wow.
Din Thomas also thinks that Dricus du Plessis will perform at his best if the fight goes into the later rounds. He believes that Khamzat Chimaev could start to tire and become frustrated if du Plessis remains strong and unfazed. According to Thomas, du Plessis has the intelligence, skill set, and cardio to keep the pressure on, which could allow him to take control as the fight progresses.
Yeah.
So what do you think? It just goes into the championship rounds and he figures them out?
Yeah. I think that by the third round, Khamzat's like, all right, I don't really know. I can't, this guy's not going away. Wow. And also too, is if Khamzat does, let's say he does pace himself a little better, Dricus will just pour it on him.
Right.
So I think that pacing is a big factor. We always talk about this cardio thing, but cardio is really just being able to manage whatever pace you have based on the skill set you have. That's really what it comes down to. Like if you have a very limited skill set and you're forced to be in situations that you're not comfortable in, you're going to have bad cardio. But when you have a very well-rounded skill set and you can pace yourself better, you can have good cardio. So, I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Meanwhile, the new lightweight champion showed admiration for both fighters, highlighting how one of them always goes for the finish rather than leaving it in the hands of the judges. He mentioned that this fighter truly deserves a title opportunity, despite being friends with both men. Ilya believes their matchup would be incredibly entertaining for the fans and wished them both success.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's going to be a very exciting fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck to both of them.
At the same time, Renier Derrida doesn't view Khamzat Chimaev as the most intimidating fighter out there. He believes there are others in the division who are more well-rounded and fight with greater intelligence. Derrida even mentioned a particular fighter who moves effortlessly and maintains a calm approach in the cage. In his opinion, while Chimaev is definitely talented, there are opponents who would pose a far tougher test.
Do you feel like Khamzat's the most feared opponent in your division?
Not by me. I think there's better fighters in the division, to be honest. More complete guys. I think we don't really talk about them as much. But the French guy, what's his name?
Imavov?
He's very complete. He moves very well, very relaxed, very smart when he fights. I think that might be a harder fight, to be honest. But Khamzat is, of course, is a great fighter.
UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping believes that if Khamzat Chimaev wants to beat Dricus du Plessis, he'll need to finish him quickly. Bisping sees du Plessis as a powerful champion who continues to improve with every performance. With his impressive winning streak and recent big victories, Bisping thinks du Plessis is more dangerous than ever and not the type of fighter you want to allow to find his rhythm in a fight.
And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And of course, this will be his third title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the fourth round. And he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time. He's got tremendous grappling of his own.
Michael Bisping also cautioned Khamzat Chimaev against underestimating Dricus du Plessis on the ground. He noted that du Plessis has impressive grappling skills, mentioning how he once submitted an entire team of black belts. While Bisping respects Chimaev's past achievements, he believes du Plessis is a large, intelligent fighter who is improving rapidly, making this matchup extremely dangerous.
If Khamzat Chimaev thinks that he's going to go out there and just take down Dricus du Plessis and just choke him out, right, like he's some schmuck, like he doesn't know what he's doing, like he's not someone that choked out an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team one after the other, then I think Khamzat Chimaev will be in for a rude awakening. Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whittaker, that was so impressive.
Chael Sonnen also weighed in on this matchup, emphasizing that facing Dricus du Plessis won't be an easy task for Khamzat Chimaev. He highlighted that so far, no one has been able to dominate Du Plessis on the ground. Sonnen also spoke about the current state of the middleweight division, describing it as incredibly strong and calling this one of the most exciting eras the weight class has ever seen.
I mean, this isn't a simple fight where you go, well, go out and take him down. It's like, yeah, good luck. Go out and take him down. Yeah, it's true. And then you got to hold him there once you do it. Oh, and by the way, nobody else has taken down and held Dricus there. Like, this fight is starting to look different. The entire division is starting to look different. There's never been a time that 185 pounds has had such a spotlight on it. I'm watching this guy, Kyle Barrow, myself. I'm thinking this guy might quietly be the real assassin of that division, but that's not easy to say. I think Bo Nickel go all the way to the top. And I think that DeRinner is greatly underrated. And I don't think Sean Strickland is ready to move on just yet. Like, 185 is a really exciting proposition.
Robert Whittaker believes that Khamzat Chimaev's powerful takedowns will play a major role in this fight. He's unsure whether Dricus Du Plessis will be able to defend against them repeatedly. Whittaker predicts that Chimaev will look impressive early on, but he questions whether Khamzat can maintain that intensity in the later rounds, especially since Du Plessis has proven he can keep up a strong pace throughout a long fight interview.
How do you stop his takedown? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Dricus will stop Chimaev's takedown.
Okay.
I like it. It's like, oh, hey, trust me, it's kept me up at night. I've been just running it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a way, but it's tricky. Okay. Because once he gets his hand on you, once you back up on that fence, he's going to stay there on you. Now, can he do that? Can he? Because I believe he will get Dricus down. He will control him for a round. But if he can't put him away, what does he look like coming out in round 2?
Yeah.
And then let's say he does it again. What does he look like coming out in round 3? And then we've got that Usman fight again. Okay. And Dricus, like, he's got a gas tank.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him. He can, if you don't put him away, he'll keep fighting. Like, he'll keep coming at you with his bombs and his punches and his kicks. He'll keep doing it.
Meanwhile, Bo Nickel shared his perspective, saying that Khamzat Chimaev's dominant grappling will be his biggest advantage in this matchup. He believes that solid wrestling remains the most effective tool in MMA today, which is why he feels Chimaev holds the edge over Dricus Du Plessis.
You know, just based on the styles, I just think that the grappling style, you know, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from a analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Marab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking, but his background is wrestling. You know, he did that before anything else. And so it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now. And so I think that I would give the edge to Khamzat.
Bo Nickel also mentioned that Khamzat Chimaev hasn't truly been tested in the later rounds so far. In contrast, Dricus Du Plessis has already shown that he can go the distance and remain strong. Nickel believes that if the fight drags on, Du Plessis could start to gain the upper hand. However, he still feels that Chimaev's grappling remains his most powerful asset, giving him the overall advantage in this matchup.
But we still have yet to see Khamzat ever fight a 4th and a 5th round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. You know, if it goes deep, 4th and 5th round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out. But you know, all in all, I think the grappling style is definitely an overwhelming style to try to deal with.
Additionally, MMA Guru shared his thoughts, saying that Dricus Du Plessis shouldn't just focus on defending Khamzat Chimaev's takedowns. Instead, he suggested that Du Plessis should surprise Chimaev by going on the offensive early, perhaps even attempting his own takedown to catch him off guard. Guru believes that by applying immediate pressure, Du Plessis can disrupt Chimaev's game plan and shake his confidence. If Du Plessis can make Chimaev hesitate and question himself, it could completely change the fight and prevent Chimaev from dominating early as he usually does.
So this is why I don't think DDP should go out there like, got stuff to take down. Get on his hips before you.
Yep.
You know, and if he stuffs it, so be it. It'll be the least thing he expects. And for a second, Chimaev, who's a killer.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
Yep.
He goes out there, I'm going to drag this guy in the first round, destroy him. For a second, he goes, what the f?
Yeah.
If you can snap that on Chimaev for a second, Whitaker, he never had a moment in that fight where he thought, what's going on?
It was like, oh, he got me back.
He was complete composure. Same with Usman. Burns had him re-second guess himself.
Yep.
But all the good first rounds he's had, there's never been a snap in his mental game. That always happens in the later rounds. But if DDP shoots on him, there's a moment in Chimaev's head where he goes, what the f is he doing?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's not this killer in a fight.
MMA guru also explained that even if Dricus du Plessis fails to land his takedown, attempting it could still shift the momentum and help him control the pace of the fight. He mentioned that it's safer for du Plessis to fight from his guard rather than allowing Khamzat Chimaev to advance to dangerous positions, like side control. Guru further warned that with the updated rules allowing knees to a grounded opponent, du Plessis needs to stay active and avoid letting Chimaev get comfortable in any dominant position.
Yeah.
He's asking a question. He's on my hips.
Yeah.
If he sprawls it, if he gets the whizzer and throws DDP over, and why did DDP do that? Now DDP can go, well, I'm going for a leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a leg. See how he deals with this.
Yep.
I'm going to get guard back.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can elbow him off bottom position. It's much easier to survive in guard than it is for someone to have
side control
with their body lock, and they can punch you, especially now with knees and you can't play the hand game. Don't get caught up.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in those positions. And choose it.
Kyo Baralho also shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, picking Chimaev as his favorite to win. He explained that most fighters prepare for Chimaev by focusing on traditional wrestling, which he believes is a mistake. According to Baralho, Chimaev's MMA wrestling is unique and far more difficult to defend against. He emphasized that to defeat Chimaev, opponents need to understand his specific style and be ready for anything he brings to the cage, rather than simply trying to block take.
Khamzat fighting against Dricus. Who do you think he wins?
I think Khamzat is gonna win because I don't see anyone preparing properly for Khamzat. They are bringing wrestlers to train them to defend takedowns and all that, but Khamzat doesn't do the normal stuff. Khamzat doesn't do wrestling. He does MMA wrestling. It's different. You need to understand his system, what he wants next. You need to understand this first, and then you start to prepare for him. And I think Khamzat is gonna win for me.
Jason Mayhem Miller also shared his thoughts, saying that Dricus du Plessis is facing a huge challenge against Khamzat Chimaev. He explained that Chimaev is difficult to prepare for because he combines powerful grappling with precise striking, making him a very unpredictable opponent. Mayhem questioned whether du Plessis would be able to defend the takedowns, keep the fight on the feet, and maintain his aggressive style. He believes this matchup will come down to who can manage their energy better and remain sharp throughout the entire fight.
This kind of thing is, all right, so now do you counter wrestle? Do you find your striking exchanges working when you push the guy backwards? And can you do that without overshooting and getting taken down? Do you want to get taken down and make a scramble and this? No, probably not. Du Plessis has work cut out for him. Like, he has to kind of figure this enigma out of a dude who can kickbox pretty good with this European style kickboxing and also really high level grappling. I don't know. I think it'll come down to who's in the best shape, who's the best conditioned. That's really the end of that. Happy birthday, August 16th. We're going to see that one.
Mayhem gave a slight advantage to Khamzat Chimaev in this matchup. He pointed out that Chimaev has been grappling since childhood, which allows him to remain calm and conserve energy during fights. Although he recognizes that Dricus du Plessis is strong and durable, Mayhem feels that a lot of du Plessis' size comes from added muscle, which might not be as effective in extended grappling exchanges. Ultimately, Mayhem believes Chimaev's lifelong grappling experience could lead him to victory, though he hinted that this fight still has the potential for an unexpected outcome.
Yeah, Chimaev, you know, because he has like this special ingrained, and I say this because you start the kids young and they just get a little extra something, you know, there's a little bit of extra feel. There's another 10,000 hours put on top of their athleticism because they've been doing this for so long, grappling especially. And du Plessis is an excellent grappler, but what it comes down to is being able to relax during those grappling exchanges and not use that much energy. His body is big, but he's like a bigger human being, not necessarily just a big muscle bound guy like du Plessis. Like du Plessis has the frame of a lighter man, but has put on muscle to compete of the higher weight class. Chimaev might have an edge, might be an upset there.
Additionally, former UFC champion Joe Mahal Hill shared his thoughts, saying he's leaning towards picking Dricus du Plessis to win. Hill explained that every time he has doubted du Plessis in the past, du Plessis has proven him wrong. He believes du Plessis has better cardio, solid power, and a tricky striking style that makes him difficult to read. Hill also pointed out that Khamzat Chimaev tends to slow down in the later rounds, although he didn't completely rule Chimaev out, acknowledging that his strong grappling remains a serious threat for anyone who isn't fully prepared.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get it read on, so I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too, so it's interesting.
What do you think about this exciting matchup? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA updates.